Hi, writer researchers, and welcome to week 12. We have just a few weeks left, and as we wrap up these last 2 weeks, we are integrating research into one of our essays for the semester. So keep in mind, whether you choose Wild Mind essay or Book of Joy essay, your task for the last 2 weeks as you learn to conduct research is to integrate outside sources into one of your essays that you have already written this semester. So for this video, I will be walking you through what's happening for the remainder of the semester, weeks 12 and 13, as we shift over into finals week. Follow along. You can see here that for May 5th, which is today's recorded date, you have your Book of Joy essay number 2 due. That will be posted here. You can link it here. You can also go down to our actual folder and link it here. But either way, make sure you post that by tonight at midnight. It is due. Another thing that is due today is the conducting research module. You can go ahead and click on a link here, and it will take you to a quiz, which is really more of an assessment on your research experience. You're just reflecting on what kind of research you have conducted, what that looks like for you, and thinking about your confidence level going into this particular unit. If you're wanting to know what the questions on this assessment are, it's fairly simple. I did record it in another video, but the questions are listed here. There is a library workshop module for you, and asking you to explore the database. So there are 2 different modules. One's for library research, and one is a reflection on that experience and a reflection on how you've conducted research in the past. Really just raising awareness of where you've been, and then looking forward to becoming a stronger researcher and learning certain skills and tips for navigating research online. So keep in mind, it's very easy to go to Google and just type in your research topic. That's an okay way to start your research, but we also have the VC library database filled with hundreds of thousands of sources that are scholarly and that are written by professionals in lots of different areas, from psychology to sociology to anatomy to physical sciences to who knows what else, neuroscience. And so what you're being asked to do for the research unit is to practice using the library database at VC just a little bit. So that's what the reflection for doing research is. Navigating back to our home page and checking out what is happening for week 12, May 2nd through May 8th. We have 3 discussions to help you navigate through your research. So let's take a look. The first one is about integrating research into your essay, and it's really the prompt for the research assignment. It's asking you to pick essay 1 or 2, read over your essay, and practice talking to the text or using your pointing technique with it. This is where you're going to highlight, circle, underline golden lines or ideas from your own writing that stand out. You're going to take a picture of it and you're going to post it into the discussion. So I took Bella Hernandez's essay from last semester. It was beautiful. Her essay on forgiveness from the Book of Joy, and I did a talking to the text with her piece so you could see what that looks like. So when you're talking to the text of your own essay, what you're doing is you're giving yourself permission to explore a little bit deeper the ideas that you planted like little seeds, little bijas in your essay, and then going from there and then letting them grow. And so an example of that is the true nature of joy, wanting to say more about mental immunity, allowing yourself space to create a little bit more. Forgiveness is a God-given emotion. And then my question here is, what does the Bible say about forgiveness? So just going through and talking to your own text and then giving yourself permission to delve back deeper into the rabbit hole by asking questions of your own text and the ideas that you already planted, and then going from there. So again, for this discussion, you're grabbing one of your essays, you're going to do talking to the text with it, and then you're going to post it here. Make sure that you check out your classmates' posts and give some feedback. Use your brains together to kind of come up with more ideas and get creative, explore, and be curious. That's what's happening in this particular discussion. As we move on to the next discussion for week 12, we're framing our research by understanding that there are lots of different places that we can gather information, lots of different places where we can get facts and research and ideas. And so two of the primary sources that we're looking at here are Google and Google Scholar, and then TED as well. And so your task for this discussion is checking out these two sources. This is actually a link, you can click on it, and so is the TED box here. You're being asked to explore your topic. An example of doing this would be clicking on the TED link here on the image, and then for example, if I was using Bella's piece, then I might actually continue with this idea of forgiveness, because that was in her essay. So maybe I just make it real simple, type in forgiveness, and then hit enter on the TED Talks. What's going to pop up here is lots of results. So I have 1 out of 30. This is 1 through 30 of 103 results. So again, this is just what's popping up right now. There's some really beautiful stories and talks about forgiveness. There's also this term reconciliation. That might be another area that I would explore. This one's about turning pain into forgiveness. This one is about the legal system, storytelling and forgiveness, parents who have lost children. So I can see here that my topic of forgiveness is opening up to all these different subtopics, friendship. And so I can see what's here. If I was interested in one, I could go ahead and I could click on it. This is a whole other playlist here. And I can scroll through this. So again, TED Talks are beautiful. This is Jane Fonda and Lily Tomlin. This might be something really beautiful, this idea of forgiveness in the context of female friendship. If that was something that I would be interested in looking at, I would go ahead and click on it and I would check out this 15-minute video. So keep in mind, TED is amazing. The explorers and research that are on TED love what they do, and you can feel it in the enthusiasm of the ideas that they share. So that's what this next discussion is, letting you explore 2 more popular culture resources for conducting research. And then the last one for week 12 is using the library database. And this is where we have our library database workshop. So this is a module that you will click on. And again, I made this module, I went over this module in a prior video if you want to check that out. But this is what it looks like. It's also listed under modules if you were to click just on modules on your homepage. So looking at the library module, you're going to be going over a variety of different sources and looking at what those sources can do for your research and how to find research using the database, learning the difference between scholarly versus popular, and a plethora of research ideas to help you build on your knowledge about how you conduct research as an intellectual. And shifting back over to our home page, that is week 12 in a nutshell, folks. I do want to take a few minutes to just prepare you, front load you a little bit for what's happening with week 13. As we shift over into week 13 next week, we are going to be practicing our arguments for our research essays, looking at our essays in the context of workshop and giving one another feedback. And then lastly, just as a reminder, your journal will be due soon as well. And then the due date for your essay number 3, your recycled research essay, is going to be May 14th. You'll post an audio of your reading along with a digital file. Please make sure that you first post the digital file, the actual document itself, and then in the comments you can post the audio as well. That is the lowdown and the skinny. If you're curious about anything else that's happening, or specifically if you're curious about the journal assignment, you can go ahead and click on it. You will take your journal and you will, I would actually check out my journal grading video that I posted here, and it goes over how you're going to post your journal. But again, that's what's left for the remainder of our semester. It sounds like a lot, and it kind of is, but I really hope that you can expand your mind to see research as a fun, exciting thing. Keep in mind that you're just researching whatever you are curious about, which you've already started in essay 1 or 2. Use it as an opportunity to go deeper into the things that you love and are passionate about. And most importantly, have fun. Be like Einstein. Experiment and have fun. I'll see you on Zoom.